Welcome. My name is Mitch Landis. I'm the Vice President of Innovation and Digital Transformation at Conexus, Indiana. And so thank you for joining us today. I see some folks are still joining. They'll probably continue to trickle in here for a few minutes. That's okay. I just want to say thank you for taking time to participate in this webinar today. Conexus thanks you, the Indiana IoT Lab thanks you, WPR Services thanks you. Greatly appreciate you having your time. A little bit of housekeeping. We've got several people joining this session today. So if you're not muted already, maybe try to keep yourself on mute unless you have a question, just so we don't have much feedback. When it comes to questions, we do want you to participate with this webinar. You can maybe put a question in the chat bot and we'll try to work it into the presentation as we go along. We're going to go until 1 o'clock with a presentation, but we've reserved some time at 1 o'clock to try to answer as many questions as might be queued up. We are also recording the session, so it should be available after the fact at some point on different websites. We'll let you know where. I see we have a lot of familiar names joining us, a lot of folks from the Conexus network, so welcome friends. I also see a lot of names that we don't know that came in from different avenues. So maybe I'll just spend a quick moment telling you a little bit about Conexus before we dive into the material today. But Conexus Indiana, focused on accelerating, promoting, growing Indiana's advanced manufacturing in logistics sectors. We connect business and educators and government leaders through our councils and working groups. We motivate and prepare talent pipeline for advanced manufacturing and logistics work. And we share compelling stories about those who make things and move things in the state of Indiana. And the part I'm most excited about, the part I lead, is we anticipate the impact of technology on advanced manufacturing and logistics. So technology is clearly driving digital transformation, and we're focused on that with manufacturing and logistics because it's so important for the state's economy. It's such a big piece of that. We support technology adoption actually in a few different ways. One of the more recent ones that's gotten quite a bit of interest and press lately is we've recently partnered with the Indiana Economic Development Corporation to support their manufacturing readiness grant program, which is actually it's one of three pieces to what they call the Economic Activity Stabilization and Enhancement, or EASE program. With these manufacturing readiness grants, manufacturers in the state of Indiana can secure up to $200,000 in matching grants. They can use the money to invest in increasing their competitiveness by integrating smart manufacturing technologies or processes that improve capacity, speed, quality, capability, or they can take on healthcare manufacturing. There's been tremendous interest in that program so far. Many of you have already applied for that or in the process of applying for it. So we look forward to those applications. The first round of applications are actually in the late stage of review at the moment. And I think the first announcements will be made probably in early to mid-August, and the second round will be in review here in August. The second thing we do with technology is we just concluded a major study of technology adoption in the state of Indiana, adoption by Indiana manufacturers, and it was based on a survey we did in the spring. The title of that study is Charting Indiana's Path from Early Adoption to Widespread Application of Industry 4.0 Technologies. And we're going to release that via a webinar on August 13th. Many of you should have gotten an email invitation to register for that event. If you get our newsletter, it was in there as well. If you didn't get those invitations and would like to join, please send me an email. You can find my contact information on the Conexus Indiana website. So that's the second thing. The third thing is really the reason for today's event. We facilitate emerging technology showcases like this. We like to highlight specific technology solutions and key programs that are part of the tech ecosystem for manufacturing and logistics. We look for things that are early stage, but still commercially launched, right? It's not research and development kind of stuff. It's stuff that is ready to go. That's got a potential and value proposition for AMLs. It fits Industry 4.0. We've done several previous showcases in the past. Many of them were recorded, and you can find them on the Conexus Indiana website. We're very excited about today's topic. Actually, two topics here. It all started with a number of conversations I had with Chris Harris of WPR and some demos of his PAL platform. It took a few interactions with Chris to really understand what he's doing, because the true breadth and depth of the capability of his product line, it's a lot to absorb in one setting, and it's impressive. And I couldn't believe that such a robust and comprehensive platform could be developed by such a small organization here in Indiana. So the challenge for Chris that I've put him up to is I've given him 30 minutes today to walk us through the content that could easily warrant hours of demo and discussion. So that's his challenge for today. Chris and WPR, they actually operate out of the Indiana IoT Lab up here in Fishers, Indiana, and it's run by the executive director, Jason Pennington. And so there's several tech companies with potential for manufacturing implications here at the IoT Lab. And Jason and I debated highlighting multiple technologies today, and we decided for the sake of time to just focus on one, and maybe we'll do the others or some of the others at a later date. I do want to put a fine point before I turn things over to Jason. I want to put a fine point on why I think Indiana advanced manufacturing and logistics companies need to pay attention to and participate in the lab's programming here. Traditionally, this place, I think, has been a great place to collaborate on prototyping and development of IoT products and services. And if you'd asked me a year ago, I would have suggested that it's relevant to a manufacturer if you're thinking about developing your own cyber physical product, or relevant if you were looking to maybe contract manufacture something that's coming out of this lab. And I think that's expanded and changed here recently. I think Jason and the lab have recognized there's an opportunity to move their expertise for collaborative prototyping out beyond prototyping products and services and move more into prototyping tech deployment. So they're standing up a space and programming specifically around answering proof of concept questions around integration and deployment of technology. And that's the whole thing about this Industry 4.0 smart manufacturing stuff. A lot of things are kind of confluting together. And so trying to figure out the basic questions of how it all can work in your environment, that's a big deal. And I think Jason and the lab can figure that out. So I think that's all highly relevant to Indiana AMLs. And so with that, for the sake of time, I just need to get out of the way and not steal the thunder of these guys and not steal their time. So